today. I'm going to cover just a brief state of the market relative to what we're hearing from our clients and what we're seeing from the vendor community in general. Justin's going to cover the framework for success. So what is it from an internal perspective to mobilize and to align to a specific framework for success as you engage the vendor community? And then where we're going to go really deep is going to be in the area of the rapid cost reduction levers that we're seeing as the most effective ones within the market today. And we're specifically going to cover software as well as the services piece. Justin will cover the software side along with myself. And then Greg's going to handle the services. And specifically within services, we're going to cover consulting, application development, infrastructure outsourcing, and AMS. So let's get started in terms of the state of the market. We're certainly in a situation now. We're all dealing with the same storm, but we're not all in the same boat. And I think many of us are looking for context. We're looking to understand our risks. We're looking to understand our realities. Our overarching point here is that when it comes to the state of the market, the vendors have an opportunity to reassess their business practices, but the onus is on the customers to lead and drive results. So, in terms of the framework to doing so, I'm going to flip it over to Justin so he can kind of take it from there.
The implementation of a repeatable methodology to your cost optimization approach is going to be integral to help you drive alignment, make timely decisions, and be able to craft that appropriate unifying message and story that you're delivering to the vendors. And so with those three things in mind, we thought it really important to focus on the framework for success. And so what we have on the slide here is the framework that UpperEdge leverages when delivering cost optimization programs or advising clients on their cost optimization program. And what I'd call your attention to, the framework will not define your success, but how you execute within that framework absolutely will. And so thus we'd like to focus in a bit more detail on the assess and analyze phase. And we're going to focus on it from two specific viewpoints. First, what is the decision framework to drive the right decision at the right time? And then secondly, how do we use the assess and analyze phase to craft the appropriate message? And what I would encourage everyone to focus on is really our focus to, obtain the most benefit in the least amount of time is really focusing on your maintenance and support agreements as well as your SaaS-based, cloud-based subscription.
As we transition to the services side, as Len said, we really broke out the services categories into three different components. You've got your consulting and development providers, and then we broke out support into, and the run side of the business into the infrastructure support services and the managed services related to I&O and the AMS. We are beginning to see the SIs making very targeted, very specific concessions as it relates to addressing companies' economic strains. It's around how do I quantify, how do I message this, how do I deliver it, and then how do I eliminate the cycles that I've inherently experienced as I've done these exercises in the past to begin to realize savings this year when we're approaching the halfway mark of the year where they're looking for cost takeout.
I think, to kind of put a summary of what we think the success factors are, and I think Justin and Greg covered this very well. In terms of establishing internal alignment, I like to say personally, let's not make the internal negotiation harder than the vendor negotiation. And a lot of companies struggle with that. So having that framework that Justin mentioned will enable that alignment